Hi guys, welcome back to this week's What's on the Desk update. So I have been busy. I have painted a full box of Age of Sigmar Warcry terrain. So that is now all painted. I'll do a showcase video of that by itself. The only problem I have is some water effects I put in here. It's a Vallejo paste. It doesn't seem to have dried. I think I need to apply it in thin layers and build it up over a couple of coats, but I'm going to leave for another day or so and see how it gets on. That's like two of the objectives from Warcry. I have they're like harpy kind of beasts. I have a couple of these to do. Weird looking gremlin-y beast things. And I have a couple of these. I think these ones are called Raptorix. So I have a couple of them to do as well from the Warcry box. So I was literally just about to start base coating them with the airbrush, and I just said I'd do a video because it's been a week since the last one. So on top of that, I have finished making a couple of bits of terrain for Titanicus. So at the minute, with what it stands, I have a broken arm on one of my knights. So I have a mana pool of 6 Imperial Knights. So 2 with the Gatling cannon, 2 with the battle cannon, and then I have 2 with the thermal lance. That's the thermal lance there. So that's them built. I have the 2 Knight Porphyrions, they're ready to go for painting. I have the 2 Reaver Titans built. I'm going to magnetise them. This is the terrain. It's pretty cool stuff. That's one of the buildings, that's another one there. I'm just going to pause this and move the camera. Okay, so I think there's a bit of a better light source this side. So this is another one of the buildings, not as much shine on them so you can kind of see the details. The cool thing about these is this here, so that's the same as the first building, and you can just stack them up whatever way you want. Kind of, they go together on some of them and they're not designed to go onto the other ones. There you go, and then I can stick that on top. So like the terrain itself is actually really modular. I have the rest of, like, I've built all of one Grandmaster Edition box bar the Warlords, which I've been working on, but I just have that much on at the minute. I'm building this stuff when I'm eating my breakfast, when I'm eating my dinner, I'm eating my lunch, and then when I'm up here at the desk I'm just painting constantly. So last week I got a couple of Imperial Guard weapon themes done, and actually what I did get done was I finished off all the Orgyrn. I'll just move this out of the way. I have started building the Warlords, but I thought excuse me, I do have 4 of them to build and magnetise. I have 2 Reavers and I have another 6 of these knights to build and another full set of scenery, and that's just for just different objective, or like they're like stratagems, so you can have like a void shield generator and stuff like that, but that's the base for it. So I'll just move all them out of the way, and there's that broken arm. Okay, so when it comes to Orgyrn, the only thing I have left to do is the camo pattern on their cloth. So it took like 4 layers of white to build it up after the blue wash, but it's done. The only problem is the fact that I have 12 weapon teams left to do with that wash. So then guys are done bar the camo. I have these 4. They need to get a bit of an OSL effect on their space electro batons, whatever you want to call them. So that needs to be tidied up. So 4 of them are done. That's them, and I also got these 4 done with the shields. So they're done as well. Same again, it's just the camo streaking on the cloth that they need done. So then I'm gonna do all that together, because if I can get the white armour done first, it won't be as bad to go back in and get the camo done in one sitting. Hopefully, that's the plan. Okay, so last night I was finishing up Warcry stuff. I was putting washes on. I got the armour done on, well, I got a layer of white on 3 of these bazooka missile launcher weapon teams, and I started on the last cannon team. So you can see the way the white's getting built up there. So I still have 3 last cannon teams, 3 heavy bolter teams, 3 mortar teams still to go. I have the Warcry beasts, I have my Adeptus Titanicus stuff, I have Grimkin that needs to be based. That's not else. I think that might be it for the time being, but main focus now for the next 2 weeks is going to be, well, after I get these boys done, it's going to be Adeptus Titanicus and Imperial Guard. So I might do a bit of a paint ramble, because I could just keep going when I'm painting the Imperial Guard, and we will see you next week for another weekly update. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.